players and a fan base that has been, shall we say, preparing since early in the morning for the battle we have in store. What a game we have in store for you today. A Big 12 showdown, and the implications could last for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Utah Utes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the West Virginia Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Utes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So the West Virginia Mountaineers offense is on the field for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here, and you're going to see them get the ball.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Mountaineers will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. There he goes. Open it up. You want to talk about dynamic ability to flip a field on display right there. And it was just about a return for a touchdown. Utah Utes offense will have its first possession of the game. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with a...
Touchdown, Utah! Fitted in the window for the score. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Gallagher. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Skips away from pressure. Brings into the open. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Bug, meat, windshield. Ouch. You cannot make a living as a quarterback taking those kind of hits. Nice job scrambling, getting the first down.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Mountaineers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's White. And tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Here's a heat. Spins away from the defense. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Dampier. Under fire. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
There he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the 2nd level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that ball.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting himself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Zings it complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. Moves around to clear up the vision. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding.
So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. Dead center perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the 1st.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Off-play action on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Slips, slithers, and jukes his way out to the 26. The Mountaineers want to crank the tempo. The corners are walked up tight. The run from the shotgun. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run for it. He's not even going to make it back to the line. Defense gets big-time penetration. And the Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They've already put up a couple of scores, and now they have it again up 10-3. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. And the Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Utes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Bringing the heat. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead, and we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And he's got it from 57. What a beauty. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. TCU looked less like a pack of frogs and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Here's the pressure. And the third down pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kid who is so important to this team.
Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. At midfield, he's got room. And he
that long completion for the first down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
With the catch, it's Gallagher. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Caught behind the line, it's White. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play and they'll move the chains. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. The give from the gun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Going for 6. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Oh, they're after him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That gets them back to within 10. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field. Turning it on. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Well, that's about as risky as he can get as a head coach. Early in the game, 4th down, deep in your own end, and you go for it. Nice job, offense.
The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Parker. Turns it on in midfield. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Fires to the big fella. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And the Utes are in the hurry-up. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Gets rid of it. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Spreads it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still 1st and goal. Back's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Got it in the middle, it's White. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pulls and fired complete. Breaks into the open. They'll immediately call timeout.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. To the air on first down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Listen, end of the first half, that's exactly what you want to do. You don't care about the incompletion. You're chucking that thing up, trying to make a big play, trying to get the Hail Mary.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Mountaineer Field.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Mountaineers will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Dropping back, it's Dampier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Here comes the heat. He's going to run it. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
Really nice job by the defense that time. Third down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up fourth down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Here's a heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48 line. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Going over the top. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. They'll back them up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway.
Let's go. Right.
Now on second down.
153.
Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Sweet cut there. Strong, firm tackle.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
He's going to throw deep right side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Under fire. A shot toward the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wilson to pass. Pressure coming. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. They've held the ball forever. Relentless drive, but what a win for the defense if they can force a field goal. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
West Virginia, 6.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They'll try the run. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Fires to the tight end.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Leaves it with the running back. Plows through the defense. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? And the Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barnes. There he goes! Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Mountaineers have this offense rolling.
Down, West Virginia.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Bringing the heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. And here comes the offense on second down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fights off a defender. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
On the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds. He's a few yards short, and they'll have to turn the football over. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Looking to take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Utes in the hurry up.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, and go on to the next play.
Moving out of the pocket. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's...
Fires toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Fires to the big fella. Powers through the defender. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Second down.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll run the option. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it up to 14.
First down, West Virginia.
Running the red zone. It's White. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Mountaineers want to move quickly. They'll run play action. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Lets it go to the end zone. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover on downs.
Gonna run it. It's Rodgers. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wilson will throw. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play. And here fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. Open space at the 25. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense,
he's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal in some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. They get to him as he throws.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And that is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. Picks up the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Mountaineers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the fourth quarter.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Wilson to pass. Rushes on him. He can't make the connection on the soft toss.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great.
Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Offense is stopped. Will be returned on down.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. He's going for a big play downfield. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Gonna take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Utes will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin them deep. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under fire. And they got him in the end zone for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
And the Utah offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they're able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wilson will throw. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not...
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man.
Oh, he's got some space. Running to Green. Running inside the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.